يا أهلا وسهلا يا شباب. Welcome back. We want to start to write unit tests now, but I made quite, I think 3 mistakes or so. I'll just fix that mistake. This field should not be just JSON. It should be JSON builder. Okay, let's rename it. It's renamed. And this file is not properly shown. There's something wrong, so that's why I take here the name and rename it. Okay, refactor. Now it's shown, as you see, as proper JSON. I don't know what was the error. Oh, no. Let's go to commit. Let's go here. Yeah, I don't know. Something was wrong. What I did forget, we need to declare at before still here. So before. And one more thing, we need one more constant. I think, yes, I got it here. Okay, here's the constant. Now we're good to go. Fantastic. Now we can start writing tests. So. I said we will test now fetching a task by ID. See what happens. Use test. Jupyter. And now fun. And now we give it a name when fetch request for task by ID, then check for success response. Okay, now we are going for the through the happy path. Okay. Now we need a JSON. A local field, a JSON field. Let's say get JSON string. We have to define a type, task fetch response, of course. Now companion object, task by ID response. Task by ID response. Okay. Now we have the local JSON field. It's equal to JSON. Now we have our expected task, which is of course task fetch response type. Say now we need the JSON to serialize it from JSON to Kotlin. From JSON, pass the JSON, and which type of class it should be, task fetch response, class Java, ya Rabbi. My God. Okay, but first, forget one thing. This is our given. This is given, and what else is given is our mock web server. Mock web server, we enqueue, so we get data out of it. Say mock response, say set the body when enqueued. Now we define the body, and the body should be file reader. Now we can again give this JSON because this constant, as you can see, if you click into it, here it is. This is the file, and I don't know if I said it before. This test class has full access to the resources. We don't need any funny adaptations or giving some path. It has already full access. So now say content. Nice. Now we get the content. Now we do run blocking because the coroutine would, because we will run our coroutines. Now we have the when block. When actual task of type task fetch response is equal to object under test. Now you can fetch for, I don't know, we don't have the ID. It doesn't matter which ID you give. If you take a look here, we have 22, but as you can see, the test will succeed even if we pass another ID, because currently our mock web server only has this thing here, and this is why it will give it out for us. Let's say by ID 1. Now we say extract data. Yes. Wait a second. Okay, it will be nullable. Okay, now it's good. But we can still, and then we have given when then. Now we do assert and say assert equals. Assert equals. Assert equals. Don't know why is it not coming. No, I don't know. My IDE is a bit funny today, very funny. As you can see, okay. Let's put the expected task. Maybe just my laptop is getting a little bit overheated because I'm already working on it for some hours to make this course. Okay, now let's run this test and hopefully it will go successfully because we give it no, tests were not received, but why mock repository let's run it again. Okay, tests were not received. I had this already before. Something is not right here. Just let me just quickly troubleshoot. I will pause the video for a second and see you in a second. Oh, I hope you can hear me. I found the error. The problem was with the imports. I don't know, there's some, if you use the Jupyter imports, it doesn't work properly. So make sure you have always org.junit. And then everything should work properly. It should run through. And as you can see, I'll run it again. Now it was successful. That's great. I mean, I can, yeah. Now we can, I think, continue with the other tests. Let me just see. Now let's test for an HTTP exception. Test. And now we say fun. I mean, we can just, to be honest, just take this because these tests are pretty much very similar. Check for HTTP exception. Okay. Parentheses, curly braces, and now we're good to go. Always start with given. And now we want to test for, just before I talk too much again, let's go here to what we are, let's take a look. Task repository implementation. We are testing this logic in here. We tested the happy path, the handle success of this, but perform this is everything wrapped up with this method. So we're testing this logic in here. Now we're testing the HTTP exception stuff. And yeah, an HTTP exception is basically, yeah, everything none than 200 like it says here. And we take the 500 for it for the HTTP exception. And then next we will test this unknown exception, this random, first we are testing this catch block. And then next test will be testing this catch block. So that you know. Let's go. First HTTP exception. Okay, I hope you can still hear me. So what we are doing, we need a mock web server. Again, enqueue. We can, to be honest, you can copy paste again. So, but we don't have a response body right now. We have a response code. Response code as a set, and we take the internal server error, our 500 error. That's great. And now, when we test things, we wanna run blocking. Now we just get test for the actual result because we have no expected result. The expected result will be a fused error, but yeah. Okay. As you can see, it will be again a task fetch response. And now we say equals object under test, get task by ID. Let's take another ID. Let's take 12, for instance. And here we say, that's basically it. That's basically it, I would say. Oh, we need to extract data again. Okay, but this needs to be also nullable. Sorry, we don't want this because now we are not, as you can see, handle exception. It's a fused error what we are getting. You see, exception, we need to have a fused status. Fused it. Yeah, but to be honest, you don't need fused task fetch. Okay, now this is what we want. It's a bit more precise. Okay, now this is our when. Now we go to the given when, then when we assert again, and now we do assert true. Now we say actual result is of type fused error. Okay. Assert equals what we expect, something wrong. Because we also defined something wrong. Yeah, here we define it in the base repository. There it is. something went wrong. It should be, yeah, it should be the same. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. Now we have to get the. What we can do is now get the actual message. What we can do is while actual message is equal to wrap it around actual result as viewState dot error, and we can say exception dot message, and here we can say actual message. So that should be it. And now and we can run this again to run all the tests. Then we see if we are right or wrong. And we are right, but I think this is because always true. Okay, are you sure? But when I think it's because of that. Let's run this again. Yeah, still. Okay. Just let it. We'll just let it here. Because I'm here. Actual results inferring to it. If I do it another way, you see. I mean, like I have in a medium message it like this, but let's get rid of this. Okay. This was just. I mean, this was just for you guys, but we can. I think what we can otherwise do is say actual message equal first assert and then the second. Yeah, I mean, this is another way you can do it. Okay. Let's do the last check for our get task by ID. Get task by ID. Let's say test. Let's say again. I mean, now we can copy this here and just adapt the end of it. Check for unknown exception. Because, as you might remember, we have here unknown exception. This catch block in here is unknown. Good. Now we need again coroutines, and we have to throw an exception. We are mocking when we need our mock repository. This one in here, because this has a mock task API, and we can now do some mocking in here and check if it's really an exception what we are getting. Get task by ID. Here we can say any ID, doesn't matter. And now we can say throws exception. Now we can go again to run blocking. Because another thing why I'm doing run blocking in here, we have here a coroutine call. This one is a coroutine call. I mean, just like here, as you might see. And if we would put this outside, this would be an error because coroutines are asynchronous, and it could even take some time here in a mocked environment to get the result. So that everything runs here until it's finished, and we don't get any synchronization errors. Because if you would put this outside, sorry, god damn it. this would, before this has finished, it would, before this call would have finished, it will already check it as at quick equals. That's why I'm doing this. So run blocking, back to run blocking. Again, we have the actual result. And that's the thing with unit testing, you always have an expected result and an actual result what you're getting. Mock repository, get task by ID. Let's say now, I'll give it a random number. We again get a few states. And now we can just, let me just check in here. We can also here put again few states. Task fetch response. I hope this helps you guys just a little bit understand it more, to see all the things in here. Okay. Yes, what we're doing again, I mean, we check again for the same things. We can copy this, but here we have something else. Here we have our exception message. This exception, as you can see here. And yes, okay, we need one more curly brace. I delete something. So, and this is our given when, and now here comes the then. Let's run again all of this. Okay, all are green. That's good. That's really good. And okay, I will pause this video. I will add for this. I will see now. I will just check if I do a test for post or patch, and in the next video. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. إلى اللقاء يا شباب.